Hello again, everybody, and welcome into the By Center in Greenville, South Carolina for continuing coverage of the Upper State Championship weekend. The winners of all these games this weekend in Greenville will move on to Columbia to play for the state championship next weekend. Emerson Phillips with my broadcast partner, Stacy Huff. Glad you're with us here on the South Carolina High School League Network. Stacy, it is a basketball smorgasbord today. We've got 6 games on tap. We'll start it off here in just a moment with the 1A girls state semifinal, the Upper State Championship game featuring Denmark-Olar and Abbeville.
Tasia Wright is a name you want to remember for Denmark-Olar High School, the leading scorer for that team. Led them this far in the state. Going to run for the state title. The little engine that could, I believe, is how they describe themselves as a team. Kenyatta Gilchrist on the other side for Abbeville, just now named the 1A Female Player of the Year.
We'll get a look at the starting lineups first for the Vikings from Denmark-Olar. Christina Freeman, Jasmine Daniels, a couple of seniors, along with the 10th grader Janiyah Moore, Kanisha Dickerson, and Tyasia Wright. Wright is the top scorer for Denmark-Olar, averaging 16 points per ball game this year. So, Stacey, we've got the winner of today's game here in Greenville taking on the winner of this morning's game that's going on over in Florence. Timmonsville and C.E. Murray playing at the Florence Civic Center this morning. And the winner of our game here will take on the winner of that Timmonsville C.E. Murray game for the 1A championship next week. Here are the Abbeville starters, the Panthers, with Robinson, Martin, Johnson, Olivia Owens, and the Class A Player of the Year, Kenyatta Gilchrist.
She's only a junior, by the way. A lot of young talent. As you see, a freshman, Quasha Martin there, a freshman starting for the Abbeville team. They also have 2 8th graders on the team. So both of these teams, Denmark-Olar and Abbeville, both have loaded with young talent.
Denmark-Olar is coached by Ashley Patterson, who is an outstanding high school basketball player here in the state of South Carolina in her own right. And she's a young woman, Stacy. She was only about 6 years out of high school, and she's in her first year as the head coach at Denmark-Olar. She's a graduate of Hunter Kynard Tyler High School, also a South Carolina State grad. And Ashley Patterson, the head coach from Denmark-Olar, was the Class A Player of the Year and won 2 state titles at HKT.
And they need to listen, because she's been there and done that, and she's trying to lead them to where she's already been.
Abbeville wearing the garnet and gold. Denmark-Olar wearing the white with the royal blue trim. And it is Abbeville winning the opening tip, and they got to work on the goal to wire left to begin the ball game. Shot with the left hand, no good by 31, Kenyatta Gilchrist, and we have a jump ball call going after the rebound, and it'll belong to Denmark-Olar.
Both teams are relatively the same size. Emerson both play tough defense. Speaking to Ashley Patterson, coach of Denmark-Olar, before the game, she said defensive intensity is going to be one of the keys for Denmark-Olar to come out with a victory today, and Abbeville's coaching staff feels the same way for their team.
8-minute quarters here in high school basketball. Set shot from the right baseline, a little bit strong. Denmark-Olar had the rebound, but it's taken away by Kenyatta Gilchrist. Gilchrist, the Class A Player of the Year with a 17-point per game average, a 5'7" junior under head coach Brenda Jackson. It's Coach Jackson's 14th year as the head coach at Abbeville High School. Foul on the inside, Denmark-Olar. I believe it'll be Tyasia Wright called for the foul.
Let's look at her right there, but before that foul, you saw Kenyatta Gilchrist go back to that left hand again. She's a left-handed player. She goes strong to the left side, and she's going to go there and try to punish them off the backboard going to her left. Both teams, Emerson, coming out in a zone defense to start the ball game.
And it's number 11, Alex Robinson, at the line here for Abbeville. Put the first shot off the back iron, and off to the right on the second shot, but knocked out by Denmark-Olar, so Abbeville keeps possession. Gilchrist inbounds to Samquasia Martin. Working around to the right side of the lane, and a tough shot on the baseline, no good by Robinson. And once again, the Vikings knocked it out.
Both teams a little nervous, you can tell now. Not really any good looks at the basket thus far, but they'll settle down.
This is Martin from 10 feet. strong on the jumper. Abbeville controlling the glass here, Stacy. They have a considerable size advantage. Denmark-Olar is just not a very tall basketball team. And another foul on the inside as Gilchrist drove to the basket.
Yeah, there's Gilchrist going to that left hand again. She's pretty smart around the basket, looks like, getting that shot up. And most high school players have a hard time adjusting to a left-handed player. It'll take them a while to catch on to the fact that she's going left pretty much every time. But 17 points a game tells you she knows how to get to the rim and score, and she knows how to get to the free throw line.
Interesting that Gilchrist sets up right of center up at the foul line. Stacy, look, she set up almost on the right side of the lane here.
Yeah. Something that's probably come through trial and error. Usually when people have an unorthodox free throw styles because they've struggled, as you see her miss 2 right there. Usually bad free throw shooters play with their positioning a lot.
Still scoreless here at the By Center. Game 1 of our 6-game basketball extravaganza today in Greenville. 1A boys will follow with Great Falls and Landrum. And this is Abbeville pounding it inside. A good look right there for Alex Robinson, but she banked it strong and it wouldn't go down.
And you mentioned there's a 6'2" player for Abbeville, Oliva Owens, but that's the only size advantage on the floor.
Count that basket for the Panthers, and Quaisha Martin with the basket and the foul, and that's our first point to the ball game.
Quaisha Martin is only a 9th grader. He's a starter here. Gets that in, gets the harm and the hoop. Getting the ball inside is going to be a challenge for Abbeville early in the ball game because Denmark-Olar's on a 1-2-2 zone, and that particular zone defense is designed to pack in the paint and keep the ball out of there. So they got to take advantage of every chance they get inside the lane.
So a 2-0 Abbeville lead. Bit of a slow start for both teams here as we move under the 6-minute mark here in the first quarter. Denmark-Olar can't score it, and the Panthers from Abbeville with another rebound. Abbeville with Martin lobbing it toward the goal. Shot rimmed out, and the rebound for Denmark-Olar. This is Janaea Moore. Moore, the point guard, knifes in. Couldn't find a shot, and the rebound and the follow rejected on the inside by Olivia Owens. Now on the other end, put it over the rim with Alex Robinson, and this time Abbeville touched it out.
They called a foul on Quaisha Martin, as a matter of fact, number 14 right there. That's Quaisha Martin with the only basket of the game right there, taking the hit and getting it up. But they just called her for an over-the-back violation. That was her first foul. So Quaisha Martin's been very active in the ball game early for Abbeville. 2-0's got a soccer score so far.
Denmark-Olar 20-4 on the year. Abbeville comes in 14-6. That ball knocked out by Abbeville. The shot blocked out of bounds. Denmark-Olar at 20-4 with playoff victories over Chesterfield, McCormick,
ouch,
and 64-49 over Landrum. Stacy is a Chesterfield Ram.
Yeah, ouch.
And the playoff wins for Abbeville. A 10-point winner in the first round over St. Joseph's. A 14-point victory over C.A. Johnson in round 2. And then in the third round, a 10-point win over Calhoun County, 48-38. There's a bucket on the inside by Gilchrist, the Class A State Player of the Year.
Yeah, she gets the ball 3 or 4 feet from the basket. You have to foul her or give her the basket. She's pretty strong down there. Good job getting that left hand layup up and in.
Four to nothing Abbeville. Denmark-Olar trying to find some offensive punch here in the first quarter, and that ball is off the foot of a Denmark-Olar player and out of bounds to Abbeville.
Doesn't look at Kenyatta Gilchrist. Once she gets the ball in there, she has great hands. And just up and in. She knows how to use the ankles inside the paint there. Good post player. That's how you get to be the state 1A Girls Player of the Year.
13 from Abbeville. Ariel Sanders, the 6th man for this Abbeville team. Wave off the basket there, Stacy.
She's giving her 2 shots, but she's waving up the basket, though, Emerson. I don't know if it'll be a 2-shot foul if you wave up the basket. But basket went in. That's what the call is, though.
So this is 13, Ariel Sanders at the line. She's a 5'6" junior. Beg your pardon, Sanders a senior. And she connects on that second foul shot. So a 5-0 Abbeville run to begin the ball game. Stacy, coming up on 4 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. And the Lady Vikings from Denmark-Olar still trying to get on the board. That shot partially blocked, but picked up and put in on the inside. Number 12, Taisha Wright.
That's the leading scorer, only a sophomore, the leading scorer on the Denmark-Olar basketball team, the Lady Vikings.
Pass deflected. Denmark-Olar got a hand on it. They'll run the floor with Jasmine Daniels. And she will slow things down, get it to Janiah Moore.
Yeah, speaking of, take a look right here. This basket that goes up and in there, that's number 12, Taisha Wright. Finally getting Denmark-Olar on the board. They'll score, believe me, they'll get it in. Both these teams are pretty good scoring teams, but they're nervous a little bit. It's, upper state championships.
The first of 6 games on tap today. Wright couldn't score it from down low. And this is number 22, Tiara Johnson, running a point here for Abbeville. Left wing 2-pointer off of the front rim and a rebound for Denmark-Olar. This is Taisha Wright. Wright running the floor with a 2-on-1. She'll keep it herself and miss the layup. And then she grabbed the basketball while she was still out of bounds.
Good looking athlete though. Taisha Wright, great speed on that. She moves very well, very athletic young lady. Again, only a sophomore. Speaking of, being young and good players, the older sister of Kenyatta Gilchrist is number 13, Ariel Sanders. They're sisters. So she's a senior and Kenyatta Gilchrist is a junior. So there's a sister act on the court for Abbeville.
Bullet pass inside for Gilchrist. Her shot challenged, but she's able to clean it up.
The hands, though, great hands in traffic. She catches the ball very well in the crowd.
And a whistle and a foul here as Denmark-Olar pushed the action. That was the point guard, Janiah Moore, drawing the foul. 4 fouls on Denmark-Olar, and that's the first foul, second foul of the ball game on Abbeville. Stacey, Abbeville was a 2A school for a very long time, and they dropped down into Class A as we have a blocking foul here on Gilchrist from Abbeville, so that's their third foul. Abbeville was a 2A power for a long time. They dropped down into Class A a couple of years ago with the South Carolina High School League realignment, and Abbeville is gobbling up state championships at the Class A level now.
Yeah.
They've won back-to-back football state titles, and here their girls team has made a deep run in the playoffs to reach the upper state championship in basketball.
Yeah, a lot of 1A schools weren't happy when Abbeville dropped down into their lap, so to speak, and it's kind of changed the culture of 1A sports, because Abbeville's always been good.
All right, good look at Abbeville coaches here. Now we got 2 coaches, Brenda Jackson, the head coach, and that's Irvin Bryson, who is an Abbeville graduate, her right-hand man. And you see Coach Bryson on the sideline, very active, Stacey. I think
vocal.
Coach Jackson defers to him in certain situations and prefers that he, take the lead in certain situations. But Coach Jackson in her 14th year.
Yeah, she's not insecure at 14 years on the job.
And it's important to have a staff that can work well together. And Abbeville clearly benefits from the good relationship that Coach Jackson and Coach Bryson have together.
Exactly, they do. And I heard them speak glowingly. They both are very proud of their young ladies, and they speak glowingly of the 2 8th graders they have on this team, Jadaisha Carroll and Deja Goodwin. So they think that program's future looks very bright as well. Going left.
Denmark-Olar with a rebound here. So they fell behind 5-0. And the deficit right now 5 points for the Lady Vikings. They'll put up a tough 3-pointer here. Just a quick shot fired away from the right wing, no good. Abbeville's got it with number 13, Ariel Sanders. And you can tell, Stacey, Denmark-Olar offensively still trying to find its way in this game. And there's a bucket for Abbeville from the baseline. But the Abbeville size advantage is giving Denmark-Olar problems, particularly when Denmark-Olar has the ball.
Exactly. It's been a struggle so far.
Here's an inside look and a layup for Denmark-Olar. Taisha Wright has all 4 Vikings points.
She's very aggressive. And now they come out of the press. Now they're going to run a little forward court. It's really token zone press. They're trapping. So 1-2-2 trapping.
Nice
pays
work.
off.
Yeah, Janiyah Moore coming up with a steal right here. The jump ball called. It was Jasmine Daniels from Denmark-Olar. Samquasia Martin from Abbeville on the floor after that loose ball.
Good coaching adjustment by Coach Ashley Patterson. Her team's struggling on offense, so she's trying to pick the tempo up a little bit and create some opportunities.
So here's the bucket on the other end for Abbeville. Tough shot with the right hand from the left baseline. I believe that was 21. Tiara Johnson, the sophomore. This is Johnson. Had it ripped away on the inside, and the ball goes right to Kenesha Dickerson. So a slow start, and there's a three-pointer for the Vikings. Dickerson from 3.
That good ball movement. You move the ball, you can create openings, and they whipped it around that time, and that makes the coach happy. Get that open shot they've been waiting for the whole ball game. Now, 2-point game, they're right back in it.
Denmark-Olar with some momentum for the first time in this first quarter of play, and that ball knocked out of bounds. It's off of Abbeville. Owens couldn't handle the pass, and here's another look at the 3. Wide open, Dickerson.
The ball moves faster than a defender can. Passing is the way to beat a good zone.
Dribble drive by Taisha Wright. Yes, Taisha Wright with the bucket.
A 6 for Wright. Tie ball game.
And a quick 5-0 spurt, 5 points in the last 2 trips for these Vikings from Denmark-Olar, and Brenda Jackson up off of the Abbeville bench to get a timeout call. And it comes late in the first half here, Stacey. She wants to set something up offensively, try to get a bucket and take the lead right before the end of the quarter.
Yeah, good. That's a good timeout. 23 seconds left, and you do 2 things. You can set up your last possession, and you stop a run, a little momentum. I have to wonder, Kenesha Dickerson, number 11 for Denmark-Olar, you have to wonder if she related to Dave Dickerson, who was back in my day, the year I came out of high school, was the state player of the year in 1985, went to Maryland, played at Maryland, and then became the coach of Tulane. I'm not sure what Coach Dickerson is now, but he's from Denmark-Olar. He's a Denmark-Olar high school product, so I wonder if Kenesha Dickerson related to him. I would like to find that out. But the Lady Vikings, Emerson, we talked to the coach before the game. Defensive intensity is what we both heard, and they've picked it up. You can feel it. That full-court pressure has really intensified their effort, and they've made a nice spurt here.
So Denmark-Olar with a couple of productive trips to tie the game at 9, and a travel call. That basket will not count. Steps before the shot.
Yeah, they getting after Abbeville right now. Small but pesky.
And 13 seconds left in the quarter gives Denmark-Olar time to try to take their first lead of the contest. Moore with the clock winding down. 3 seconds. 2, 3-pointer airborne. No. And that'll bring us to the end of quarter number 1. Abbeville jumped out 5-0, but Denmark-Olar rallies to tie the score at 9 apiece at the end of the first quarter. Our first of 6 games on tap today at the By Center in Greenville. It's Upper State Championship weekend on the South Carolina High School League Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the SCHSL network, go to schsl.tv/SBP.
It's your first game, right? It's your first time doing a game.
Welcome back. Emerson Phillips with Stacey Huff, along with our crew from the South Carolina High School League Network. Glad you joined us for high school basketball today. This is a semifinal matchup. Stacey, the first of 6 semifinal games that we'll have today, and we also have games going on today at the Florence Civic Center in Florence, South Carolina, and all the winners from the By Center this weekend will play the winners from the Florence Civic Center next weekend at the Colonial Life Arena in Columbia.
No doubt about it. It's going to be a big slate of activity. I cannot wait. And, people are punching their tickets as we go. 4 teams in already.
Dutch Fort girls, Orangeburg Wilkinson girls.
Lexington
Winners
boys.
last night. Yeah, Lexington and Gaffney will meet for the 4A boys championship next Friday night.
That game will feature two of the best wide receivers in the state.
In
Nice.
a rematch of the 2010 title game, Lexington and Gaffney played for the title in 2010 with Gaffney winning that one. That was Markoff's 4th state championship win. So he'll be going for number 5 on Friday night in the capital city. And Abbeville moves in front 11-9 early in the second quarter. Denmark-Olar's got number 23, Denisha Humans, in the game. And Abbeville's Olivia Owens with the rebound. Owens listed at 6'2", Stacy. She got a huge size advantage on the inside.
Yeah, she dropped the ball below her shoulders that time, though, which made her about 5'7".
And that ball goes off the foot of Humans. And it'll belong to Abbeville here.
There's 6 sophomores on the Denmark-Olar team, Emerson. Very young team. Both of these teams are.
This is Owens on the left wing. Nice pass inside to Gilchrist. A spin move, and Gilchrist had it stripped away, and they'll get Tasia Wright with her second personal.
She fooled me that time. I said she'd go left pretty much every time. She spun back to the right hand that time. And I think she kind of fooled Denmark-Olar too. They had no choice but to grab her. A lot of production, a lot of activity from Kenyatta Gilchrist in the paint.
Gilchrist true on that first foul shot.
She's already missed 2 this game, though. She makes more free throws. She really would put up big numbers.
Left foot in front of the right. Second shot popped out. And Janiyah Moore goes the other way for Denmark-Olar. That ball saved from going out by Dickerson. Right to Gilchrist. Gilchrist will force the action, and a blocking foul here on the Lady Vikings. They impeded the progress of Gilchrist as she tried to drive down the lane. You see a little hip check right there, Stacy. That was enough to draw the foul.
Yeah, she got bailed out, too. She was about to lose that ball. A little out of control, but good hustle on defense.
Lob it into Owens. Owens threw it off the support behind the glass. We may never have gotten a good handle on that basketball, so a 3-point Abbeville lead with 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. There's a 3-pointer from the right wing.
Christina Freeman, the 5'9" senior. It's her second nice jumper she's made in the ball game. But again, the ball movement is the key to that.
Pace picking up here in the second quarter. And a run out for Abbeville with the layup by number 21. Gilchrist controls for Abbeville. And the Panthers with a 14-12 lead here. And we have another foul coming up. This time it'll be on Abbeville. There's a look at that run out.
Nice pitch ahead that time. I was point guards out there to keep your head up. Dribble down the floor with your head down. You can't help yourself at all. But she looked ahead, saw open teammate, got it ahead, up and in. And a 2-point lead for Abbeville, but it's been back and forth a little bit. Lady Vikings from Denmark-Olar have made a charge, and no one's really taken control of the ball game yet. I think we'll see a spurt here by one of them as they settle down.
Denmark-Olar tried to get it into the lane to Tasia Wright, but the pass deflected, and now Abbeville looking to take advantage on the other end. Martin missed down low, but there's the cleanup by Olivia Owens.
6'2" pays off right there. She kept the ball above her shoulders. She's going to be hard to stop once she does that. Nice shot there, nice post play.
Count that basket. And Denmark-Olar with a 3-point chance is number 3. Stacy, that's Christina Freeman.
That's her again. 3 big baskets she's made. And again, with all the young players, a senior usually steps up and makes that big play. And she's keeping Denmark-Olar in the ball game. That's 6 points. Excuse me, that's 7 points early in the game for Christina Freeman. She has half her team's points. They snuck Tasia Wright a little rest there at the start of the quarter. And she comes back into the ball game after a little respite.
Freeman finishes the three-point play to pull Denmark-Olar to within 1 point. Freeman defending on Olivia Owens. And now Abbeville will set up the half-court offense here. And there's a whistle and a travel call. A little contact right there, Stacy, and enough to move Tiara Johnson off her spot. She dragged that pivot foot, got called for the wall.
Yeah, she did. She did. Just a little nervous, a little jittery ball handling on Abbeville's end of the floor right now.
And there is head coach Ashley Patterson from Denmark-Olar. First-year head coach. Stacy, a pretty good run in your first year to make the state semifinals. She's going to go to the By Center, play for the Upper State Championship in your first year.
She's making it hard on herself, though. Now she has to come back every year. That's what says she's falling off.
She has set the bar high. Yes, she has. There's a brick from the right side by Abbeville. This ball knocked out of bounds off of Denmark-Olar.
Just a little loose ball handling for Abbeville. I keep thinking they'll settle down a little bit and get the ball in the paint a little more, but a lot of turnovers on this end of the floor.
Jump ball call here, alternate possession, and the ball will remain with Abbeville. Short pass in and a turnaround air ball right into the arms of Christina Freeman. Freeman running the floor. Freeman over to taller Olivia Owens. Shot it over the rim, and now an offensive board for Denmark-Olar. Three-pointer wouldn't go for Dickerson. And Abbeville's got it. Alex Robinson to board. So here's Martin. Martin rejected, swatted out of bounds by number 5, Janiyah Moore.
Janiyah Moore is a good athlete. That kind of keeps it a defensive attack. There she is right there on your screen. Runs a little scowl all the time, but she's a very intense player, and she actually runs the point on offense and played pretty solid defense, I've noticed thus far in the ballgame.
Yeah, Janiyah Moore was Denmark-Olar's top.
She deflected that pass, Emerson, and got the steal.
Yeah, she got the steal. Here she is, Janiyah Moore. Beautiful pass, a little no-look action.
A little Magic Johnson look there, a little Showtime Lakers, circa 1985.
Denisha Humans with the bucket, and the Vikings from Denmark-Olar have their first lead of this ball game. Stacy, they fell behind 5-0. They really were sluggish offensively, particularly in the first quarter, but they have picked up the pace here in the second period, and they've taken their first lead.
I think it might have been even 9-2 at one point, but again, Coach Patterson said that's going to be the key. And then she said the one thing they could not do is allow Abbeville to dominate them on the backboards, and they have not done that. They've actually, I believe, out-rebounded Abbeville in the game. They're small and scrappy, but they've caused a lot of havoc on the defensive end of the floor, led by number 5 there, Janiyah Moore. And the defense is really aggravating Abbeville right now, so everything she wanted to happen has played out. Thus that run they've made to take the lead.
A couple of nice plays by Janiyah Moore, who led Denmark-Olar with 16 points in their previous round, a victory over Landrum. That's the win, the third round win that sent them to the By Center today. Turnaround shot by Gilchrist is no good. Nice interior pass, but the shot wouldn't go. And Olivia Owens has another rebound. She'll get it to Robinson, who can't score it. Gilchrist keeps it alive for the Lady Panthers. And she'll circle it in. Miss it with left hand, tip up, no good. Gilchrist fighting hard, and she draws a foul on the inside. Goodness, 3, 4, 5, 6 looks.
I think I jinxed them. I said they kept them off the boards, and they got 5 shots that time, one trip down the floor. So that's not what Coach Patterson wants. They've got to do better than that. That was her biggest nightmare. I said, what has to happen for you to win the game? She said, we can't allow that to happen, and it just did. They got to keep, the big girl Owens off the boards, and they got to keep Gilchrist off the boards.
You see Gilchrist set up to the right of center at the foul line here, so she's not taking a straight-on shot. Halftime in Florence, Timmonsville and C.E. Murray tied at 20, and the winner of that ball game will get the winner of this ball game next Saturday in Columbia for the 1A state crown. Second shot, Gilchrist, yes. And that breaks the tie. Abbeville back in front by 1. Loose ball collected by Janaea Moore. And a three-pointer airborne. Dickerson hit the bottom of the net, and that's all. And it's out of bounds over to Abbeville. Stacey, you mentioned that Denmark-Olar is small and scrappy, and that's something that they have really embraced this year. I was talking with Coach Patterson before the game, and I said, is there anything that people who are tuned in today need to know about Denmark-Olar basketball that they might not know when they tune in? And she said, I call this team the little engine that could. So they've embraced the fact that they're undersized. Yep. They know that, but they make up for that with effort and defensive pressure.
Exactly, and you've seen it pay off right now. They fought their way back into this ball game.
Gilchrist moving baseline, spinning into the lane, had the shot thrown out of there by Christina Freeman. And now it's Moore with the pass through the lane and a bank shot good from down low by Denisha Humans.
Good look ahead by Janaea Moore. Very impressed with that young lady. Great court vision. And that block shot by Christina Freeman, they finally caught on that Gilchrist is shooting with the left hand every time. So she just waited for it on the left side and got the block.
Denmark-Olar pressure, giving Abbeville some problems here in the second quarter. Our third lead change of this ball game. Out of bounds, back over to the Vikings.
Hey, there's a look right here. There's a look right here. She spun back right, but came back to the left hand, and Freeman was waiting on it. And Janaea Moore, great look ahead with a diagonal pass. As you know, I'm a big fan of the diagonal pass. It tends to work in basketball. Always has and always will. Great vision. Janaea Moore is a very impressive young lady as a sophomore on this team.
Humans scoring that last bucket for Denmark-Olar. Coming off the bench. Now we got Martin with a run out. And her driving shot would not go. And an over-to-back call on Kenyatta Gilchrist and Abbeville.
I think that might be her third foul. She heads right to the bench. That's her third foul, Emerson, with a minute to play in the half. That's huge. She's got to set out the rest of the half. So without that player of the year, Abbeville down one.
Denmark-Olar rolls it in here, and Dickerson will scoop it up. And give it off to Janaea Moore. Moore getting a high screen from Taisha Wright, and Moore drove in. I thought she would get a good look right there, Stacey, but she lost the handle.
Yeah, that's all just, again, nerves, anxiousness. It kind of opened up a path to the rim for her. Tried to do too much too fast, and a minute to play. It's a big minute here to see who goes into the half with the lead. Somebody after a minute will be halfway to the state championship game.
There's a dry bank shot. No, it hit the back iron, but the follow is banked in.
I believe that was Alex Robinson, number 11, and again, that size advantage pays off for Abbeville.
Olivia Owens nearly got a steal right there, but Denmark-Olar keeps it. Janaea Moore very active along with Kenesha Dickerson. Dickerson for three. Oh, it would go down. It was down and it popped out, and we've got an Abbeville foul as Taisha Wright was able to get position for an offensive rebound.
Hadn't said her name in a while, but Taisha Wright, the leading scorer on this team, she's been a little quiet. I think she'll be more of a force as we go along, but she has a chance with 2 free throws here, so she shoots 2 to give her team a lead with 31 seconds to play in the half.
So here is Taisha Wright, 16 points, 9 rebounds a game this season for Wright. Wright scored 13 points in the third round victory over Landrum. Just a 10th grader, listed at 5 feet 7 inches tall. And a productive trip for Wright at the foul line gives us our 4th lead change, 21-20. Denmark-Olar, half a minute to play first half. Bank shot too strong by
3-on-1 here.
Martin. Numbers for the Vikings and a foul.
Taisha Wright took it herself. She had a 3-on-1 that time, but called her own number, and it pays off. Nice left-hand dribble, though. I love to see kids in high school use both hands on the dribble. Left side of the rim, use the left hand. She did that. Came back for the right hand for the shot, got the foul, and again, a chance to make 2. She just made 2 free throws a few seconds ago.
Put this one up well short. 17 ticks left in the half. Denmark-Olar has led by 1 on 3 occasions.
Let's see.
That's their largest lead, Stacy. 2 points, largest lead so far for the Vikings.
Let's see who Abbeville goes to now with 17 seconds to play. Nobody.
And a steal. This is Moore. Travel call. Little bunny hop in the lane there, Stacy. They got it for steps.
It's interesting call there. Interesting call. This pressure is not going to allow Abbeville to walk up. They're not going to let Abbeville walk up and get to a set offense right now. They're going to force them to be a little hectic here in this last few seconds.
12 seconds and a half. And Abbeville's Alex Robinson not anticipating that pass, but the Panthers caught a break. Denmark-Olar knocked it out.
Yeah,
with
went off humans right up under the basket there.
8 seconds left in the half. Picked up on the baseline. That shot wouldn't go, but a foul coming up here on Denmark-Olar. Deja Goodwin drawing the foul, and she will move to the line for the Panthers.
Take a look right here. The arm, almost a little horse collar right there on the baseline, but good aggressive play by Deja Goodwin. Only an 8th grader. Take a look at her right there, 5'6". One of the 8th graders that Coach Brenda Jackson is very proud of.
She got nice hair, too, Stacey.
Oh, yes,
I'll tell you what, I'll have to put Deja Goodwin on the all-hair team this weekend at the By Center.
Yeah, I'd give her a vote for that.
Real nice hair.
Yeah, the hair fried down and laid to the side right there. And yeah, she put some thought into that.
She will join Gaffney's LJ Peak on this year's all-hair team.
He had some good-looking hair last night, too, now.
Closing seconds in the first half. Abbeville went for the steal. Loose ball right in front of us. And out of bounds to Denmark-Olar. 1.9 seconds left in the half. Maybe time for a quick dribble, but it'll have to be quick. The inbound pass from Freeman. And halftime here at the By Center. 22-20. The Vikings from Denmark-Olar with the slim lead over the Panthers from Abbeville. The winner of this game will move on to Columbia to take on the winner of Timmonsville and C.E. Murray. That matchup going on at the Florence Civic Center as we speak. My name is Emerson Phillips. My partner is Stacy Huff. And we're glad you're with us here on the South Carolina High School League Network. We'll get a break.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the SCHSL network, go to schsl.tv/SBP.
Abbeville wearing the maroon and gold, white, and a bank shot for Denmark-Olar. That's Janaea Moore, and she was a big part of Denmark-Olar's resurgence in the second quarter, Stacy.
You're right. I tell you, if they don't do something to calm her down, this game is going to get pushed to the ugly situation for Abbeville. And as you see now, ball handling and turnovers are becoming a mounting problem from Abbeville. They got to get things under control.
Jumper from the right side, connected by Christina Freeman.
Very critical time. They have a little sophomore in Quaisha Martin handling the ball right now. Ninth grade, excuse me. Just jittery with the ball, Abbeville is right now. And I'm telling you, Denmark can push this thing out of control in just a moment here if Abbeville doesn't start getting quality possessions on offense.
Four quick points for the Vikings to open the second half. And they have their largest lead. Now Gilchrist muscling in and putting it up with the left hand. Tough shot.
She's going left and she can't be denied. I mean, you just got to cut that hand off and take it from her. You may see them go to a zone to stop that a little bit, but she's going to be hard to handle one-on-one going to that left side.
Three-pointer on the way. Freeman came up short.
Heat check.
A rebound for Tiara Johnson. And Gilchrist again getting a little more active, Stacy. Here's the last drive by Kenyatta Gilchrist, the Class A state player of the year.
She gets you on that right hip and leans into you a little bit. You're defenseless. You're at her mercy at that point. Got to probably back off of her a little bit and take that left side away, was what I think Denmark-Olar will probably do to adjust to that.
And a good look at the foul shooting stance of Kenyatta Gilchrist.
Anytime you see somebody with an unorthodox style like that, usually there's a reason for it. And apparently free throw shooting is something that she struggled with, because I'm thinking she's made maybe 2 out of about 8 or 9 in this ball game. Don't have the stats right in front of me, but it's been a struggle for her in this ball game.
Set up a couple of feet right of center. Missed them both.
Great box out by Janaea Moore right there, Janaea Moore.
That ball hit the floor. Moore collected it for Denmark-Olar. And now she'll set the floor for this Vikings offense. Inside and then outside for an open three. That's beautiful basketball.
Kanisha Dickerson had one rim out in the second quarter, and that's beautiful. Inside out. You see the confidence of Denmark-Olar rising right now.
Inside-outside game for Denmark-Olar. They have their largest lead, 7 points. And they've got the ball back. Freeman heaves it to midcourt. And a turnover.
Diagonal pass was the idea, but she let her player too much and let it right to Quaisha Martin. Good defense by Martin.
Now Abbeville on the interior. Yes, sir. Number 11 is Alex Robinson, the junior.
5'11". She's been kind of active in the paint. She's had a few baskets in there on some good feeds. That was a good pass that time, too.
Bounce it to the foul line, and a turnaround shot contested by Olivia Owens. Shot hit the front rim. Abbeville comes out with it. This is Gilchrist. Gilchrist drew a foul about 10 feet out from the goal. So she'll move back to the foul line here. Stacey's doing a good job getting to the line, but she's struggling making foul shots.
And you know what I call a bad free throw who gets to the line? That's a turnover. That's really a turnover. If you go there and miss 2 from the line, you just gave the ball back to Denmark-Olar. So getting fouled is a good thing if you can make the free throws. There you go.
Good form that time by Gilchrist. And Stacey, you know, the more she continues to get to the line, you would have to believe the more comfortable she will feel shooting those foul shots.
That would be the hope.
1 of 2 this time for Gilchrist. That ball kept alive by Alex Robinson. But again, Janaea Moore very active, coming up with another loose ball. This is Moore. Thought about the 3, lays it off instead for a 2-point basket by number 4, Jasmine Daniels.
Jasmine Daniels had 14 points in their win the prior round as well. So Jasmine Daniels knows how to get the ball through the hoop. Good pass that time as well by Moore.
Quaisha Martin for Abbeville. Left side iron and a right side kick. Robinson had the rebound briefly. She lost it. Gilchrist had it. Her shot blocked by Freeman.
Get your head.
Denmark-Olar with Jasmine Daniels. Daniels with the 2-point shot. Short. Owens the board. Martin pushing the action for Abbeville. And there's the bucket for Martin. Quasia Martin, number 14, just a ninth grader.
Both teams look a little tired right now, except for Tasia Wright.
And Denmark-Olar beats Abbeville down the floor. Tasia Wright with the layup.
When you don't get back on defense, that's fatigue. I saw a player on the Abbeville gesture for a timeout to the coaches. They're tired. Abbeville's worn out.
Here's a steal by Tasia Martin. Freeman will put it up. Back iron. Owens using that 6'2" frame to pluck that rebound out of the air. 2-point basket as a mortar hit the backboard. That's all. The follow wouldn't go down.
Look at them walking down. Look at the body language. They're tired. There's some tired players on the floor for both teams right now.
Janaea Moore not tired. She'll knife in. Oh, it fell off at the rim, and a two-shot foul coming up for Janaea Moore, the sophomore point guard, and the floor general for this Denmark-Olar team.
And as like I said, they're going to call a timeout on Abbeville's team. Their players are winded, hands on hips, hands on knees, and the players wanted it. They're fatigued. Take a look right here. Tasia Wright just beat everybody down the floor. They were walking back down the floor, and she just outran them. But Abbeville's a tired bunch of girls right now. The coaching staff did a great job getting them a break right now. They need it.
Denmark-Olar taking advantage. A lot of
cheerleaders aren't tired.
Open court action here in the third. Stacy, we haven't seen a lot of half-court basketball in this third quarter, and that pace, that style of play has favored the Vikings.
It does, and that's exactly what I think Coach Patterson was counting on that coming in, just outrunning the bigger team. That's the only chance you have, a team that's bigger than you and can pound you in the boards. You got to just make the pace so much that you wear the big girls down and you out-scrap them, and that's what this has become a very intense basketball game. And again, Abbeville just hasn't had the horses to run with the Lady Vikings of Denmark-Olar thus far. 2
ties and 4 lead changes so far in this ball game. Denmark-Olar 20-4 coming in with playoff wins over Chesterfield, McCormick, and Landrum. Abbeville 14-6 entering this Upper State Championship game. Their playoff victories over St. Joseph's, C.A. Johnson, and Calhoun County.
There's a lot of accolades out on this floor, a lot of good athletes out there, but that young lady right there, Janaea Moore, has been the most impressive player I've seen on this floor today so far. Just a good-looking basketball player.
And her 2 free throws have given Denmark-Olar its largest lead, 35-27 our score.
Good defense.
Shot from down low wouldn't go down for Abbeville. That was Deja Goodwin. Now a ball fake and a drive in and another Abbeville foul.
Again, Abbeville just not getting back. There was 3 players for Denmark-Olar back here waiting for a shot at a layup. 1 player back for Abbeville. They're just getting beat to the punch right now. There's a look at Kanisha Dickerson right there. 5'4", one of the seniors on the team. Actually, she's the only senior that plays in the significant minutes other than Christina Freeman and Jasmine Daniels. So only 3 seniors really get major minutes on this rotation by Ashley Patterson.
Kanisha Dickerson unable to hit. Denmark-Olar got a follow that wouldn't go. And Olivia Owens out of the ball game right now for Abbeville, so they've got a much smaller lineup on the floor. And that shot off the back iron by Martin. Denmark-Olar had the board. What's the call?
There's going to be a jump ball, held position arrow going to Abbeville. Tasia Wright felt like she was fouled that time.
Nice play off of the inbound.
Quasia Martin, called play. Quasia Martin comes off a screen and gets a nice little teardrop.
35-29, and on the other end, again, Denmark-Olar quick getting the ball down the floor, and Tasia Wright took advantage. Now Abbeville into the front court. Runner middle of the lane would not go. Numbers for the Vikings. 3-on-2. Spin move. Freeman. Oh, yeah.
And the crowd loves it. The fans at Denmark-Olar going berserk. Nice 360 move. And there's that pressure again. Pressure defense aggravating Abbeville.
Janaea Moore. No look pass. And a travel call. The head fake. And that pivot foot moving before the ball hit the floor. They'll call that travel every time.
Every time. It's a 10-point lead, Emerson, and I can tell you right now, watch this play right here. Just beating him down the floor. Look at this pitch ahead. Beautiful pass. Look at this pass. Tasia Wright just getting behind the defense like a wide receiver behind the secondary. And I'm going to take it now. Abbeville's in trouble.
And there's that spin move by Christina Freeman, the senior, who is one of the top students on this Denmark-Olar team. She's also on the volleyball team at Denmark-Olar High. Now Abbeville with a run-out chance. And a layup, no good. Follow, no good, but a foul on Denmark-Olar. Abbeville had a run-out, a 1-on-0 break right there, Stacy, and missed the layup.
Sometimes the hardest thing to do is make a wide-open layup, especially when you're running as fast as you can. It's hard to get the body to control. And that one just lipped out. Might have thought about it a little too hard.
And you see Olivia Owen at the foul line here. Owens was out of the game briefly, but not for long.
She was one of the main ones that was tired before the last time out. Good looking free throw. They're just being outrun right now, though. Denmark-Olar's outrunning Abbeville, literally.
One more shot for Owens.
Nice.
Good form up there. Boy, really nice arc on that shot. And
that's a good looking shot.
Swished both foul shots. So Denmark-Olar by 8. Moore drives right by.
That's too easy, though. That's too easy. They're letting it get the paint. Too easy.
An opportunity on the other end for Abbeville. The bank shot too strong. Here come the Vikings. Freeman threw it ahead. And over the head, over the outstretched arms of Denisha Humans, a turnover. Give it back to Abbeville.
8-point game right now. See if Abbeville goes to their star, Kenyatta Gilchrist, right here in this next position.
Gilchrist inbounding. She fired it up to midcourt. That ball bounced off the hip of Humans. Martin controls for Abbeville, couldn't score it. But an offensive rebound for Deja Goodwin, the 8th grader. From the corner, yes, 3-pointer for Abbeville.
That's a run stopper right there. That'll get Abbeville back going. Quasia Martin, only a freshman. Good, another one of these young players here. But they let this young lady right here, Janelle Moore, get anything she wants on offense. That's going to pay off. That's going to cost Abbeville eventually.
19-footer wouldn't go down for Jasmine Daniels. Now Martin. Martin with a layoff pass. Twice off the rim, no good, but there's Owens with the follow.
Here comes the height advantage. So still see what wins out here. The height on one end and the quickness on the other. Quickness 39, height 36 right now.
And that timeout by the Abbeville coaching staff a couple of minutes ago has helped Abbeville catch its second wind here. And they put together a short run to close the gap to 3 points. Final minute of the third quarter and a foul coming up on Abbeville. Denmark-Olar doing a great job rebounding today, Stacy. We knew that would be a factor for them. They are giving up a considerable height advantage to Abbeville, but it really has not hurt Denmark-Olar on the boards.
No, they've more than held their own, I think, and Coach Patterson has to be pleased with that. They have not been dominated on the backboards. Every now and then you see it, hurt them, but for the most part, they've really scrapped and kept balls alive and got second shots on offense.
So Jasmine Daniels, number 4 on that Vikings jersey, at the foul line here. She is a percussionist in the Denmark-Olar High School Band.
The Marching Vikings, I take it. Good to be versatile. You can do that. 1A, 2A schools, a lot of times, one group of kids do everything at the school. I know a little bit about that.
Owens got a good look. Gilchrist unable to finish. Owens will go back up. 3 shots from point blank range, and now a jump ball is called. Abbeville did a good job to reach in there and tie up Tasia Wright. Alternate possession, it'll belong to Denmark-Olar.
Tasia Wright again does a good job of getting on the boards. And Liv Owens had 2 point blank shots to the basket. May have gotten fouled on one of those, but you got to capitalize in the paint.
Dickerson with a pass right side and a bank shot in and out. Abbeville's got it with Deja Goodwin. Time winding down here in the third quarter. Gilchrist drives left side and draws a foul. That's really the strength of her game, Stacy, the ability to drive the basket and get to the foul line.
Yes, and again, if she made half of her free throws, Abbeville would be comfortably ahead right now. Young lady's working hard, though. That's the strength of her game. She just has to work on those free throws because she gets fouled. She knows how to get to the line. She's very strong with that left hand.
So here's Gilchrist back up at the foul line. Big shots for Abbeville here deep in the third quarter.
Used up all the rim that time and got that one to drop. There's a look at the coaching staff over there. Nervous time almost. 18 seconds to play in the third quarter.
They've reached the end of the third in Florence. Timminsville has opened up a 35-27 lead over C.E. Murray.
It's got to be a good one. Now, they're rivals, though.
Denmark-Olar's lead is 2 points. They led by as many as 10 here in the third quarter. Dribble drive and another foul coming up here. Taisha Wright, very aggressive offensively, never hesitant to put the ball on the floor, go to the basket.
I think you're going to see her start exerting herself a little bit more going into the fourth quarter. Lead scorer on the team. Plays very intense on both ends of the floor. See if she can get her free throws to drop. Nice looking shot.
Yeah, she's been excellent at the line.
Again, so many youngsters. Another 10th grader. Half of the roster for Denmark-Olar are sophomores.
Offensive rebound, a shot block on the inside. Should be a jump ball call here.
It is.
That's a good call.
Yeah, good call.
The ball was tied up top on the shot block. So Abbeville will get it here with 6.6 seconds left in the quarter. Gilchrist to put it in. She lobs it into Owens, and a turnover. Moore's got another loose ball. Bullet pass inside. Nice. Freeman the bucket.
Yes. Moore, great court vision. That was beautiful. Wonderful way to end the third quarter. Just a mistake by Abbeville. Never pass the ball to a person with it back to you.
Abbeville had cut the lead to 2, but Denmark-Olar scores the final 3 points of quarter number 3. A look at Taisha Wright from Denmark-Olar. And the Lady Vikings have a 5-point lead at the end of the third quarter on the South Carolina High School League Network. Quarter number 4 coming up.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the SCHSL network, go to schsl.tv/SBP.
The Bilo Center in Greenville, the site of this weekend's Upper State Championship games. The Dutch Fort girls and the Gaffney boys punched their tickets to Columbia last night. And right now, Denmark-Olar with a 5-point lead over Abbeville. The winner will move on to Columbia to play for the 1A state championship 1 week from today.
Let's see now if they get a little more deliberate, Denmark-Olar.
Shot blocked by Owens. Denmark-Olar keeps it, and we have a 3-second call.
This is what happens when a post player thinks the shot's going up and it doesn't go up. Got caught with the feet in the lane a little too long there, but I'm curious to see if Denmark-Olar is going to start taking the air of the ball a little bit in the fourth quarter where they continue to play up-tempo.
Abbeville continues to get shots in close, Stacy, but there's a lid on the bucket for them.
Got to get one to go down.
And So Denmark-Olar with Janaea Moore driving once again and drawing a foul. We have 5 team fouls on Abbeville now and 4 on Denmark-Olar. That was a shooting foul, so Moore will move back up to the foul line. Samquasia Martin back into the game for Abbeville as Janaea Moore shoots foul shots here for Denmark-Olar. Breaks that second one. Olivia Owens, another rebound for Abbeville. And the Panthers push it up with Tiara Johnson. Johnson gets it to Gilchrist. Gilchrist puts up a runner, no good. Another inside shot is no good. Abbeville continues to fight, can't put it in. A rim out by number 10, Janisha Belcher. And a whistle. Abbeville all over the glass. Stacey, this has been the story for them, particularly in the second half. They have had shot after shot from point-blank range down low. Now, granted, a lot of the shots have been contested, but you figure, you get 3, 4, 5 shots down low. One of them is going to drop, but Abbeville just can't put it in the hole.
They can, and Denmark-Olar, they can't get the rebounds either, but they are scrapping enough to disturb the shots. But you got to get these shots to go in. They got 4 tries at the basket that time. And again, if you get a free throw shooter to the line, they can't close the deal. You're just giving the ball back to Denmark-Olar at this point.
Here's Gilchrist back at the foul line, Stacey. She's got to have a dozen free throw attempts today, but she has not shot it particularly well from the foul line. But she knocks that one down. 43-38, Denmark-Olar. A little more than a minute gone by here in the fourth quarter. This is Daniels. Hit the side of the rim. Taken away by Tasia Wright. That's a good play.
All the way around, good play. Tasia Wright, that leading scorer, putting up numbers right now. There she is with an interception.
Wright with a steal and the pass. She threw it away.
Got too anxious, though. There she is right there. Getting the shot up and in. Then turns around and adds a steal right after that. And threw the ball away. So,
Stacey,
7-point lead.
I'm feeling a strong sense of urgency as I watch the play of Tasia Wright.
Yeah, I tell you, she's going to exert herself in the fourth quarter. She's an intense player, and I think she can taste this victory right now.
Abbeville, bullet pass through the lane, and the shot swatted out of bounds by Janaea Moore.
That's the second block shot Janaea Moore's had. She's a point guard. She's just a good defensive player. She helps out wherever she needs to help, plays good team defense. I'm just very impressed with the young lady. I think check back in 2 years from her, you'll see her as one of the most recruited players in South Carolina as a female.
Air ball from Gilchrist. And a collision going after that loose ball. Tasia Wright had position. And Abbeville called for the foul as we check out Ashley Patterson, the head coach from Denmark-Olar. This is her first year as the head coach at Denmark-Olar. You can tell she's young. She's not too far removed from her college days, Stacey. She attended South Carolina State. And we mentioned earlier she was Class A State Basketball Player of the Year back in 2005 when she played at Hunter Kynard Tyler High School. Freeman cleans it up on the inside, and Denmark-Olar starting to feel good here in Greenville. And a foul coming up right now.
Take a look right here. This is just beautiful. Nice ball fake by Kanisha Dickerson. Ball didn't go in, but here's the putback. The senior, Christina Freeman. Emerson, you want to feel old? We did one of Ashley Patterson's games her senior year. I was going to tell you. I think it was at the Columbia Center. I think we did one of her games on another network.
Yeah, I believe we did.
Yeah. So that's in 05. Yeah, that's why the name's familiar.
That's right. Patterson won 2 state championships at HKT.
Yeah. That game, they put up a lot of points in that game too. I do believe in 05. Well, we're getting old.
Moore passes to Wright, counted in the foul.
There's Wright. We said it. We knew she'd come and exert her will in this fourth quarter. She has done that. It's been all about Tasia Wright. Look at them. They've been playing together for a while. Nice pass by Janaea Moore. Sophomore to sophomore, folks. Denmark-Olar's going to be fine for a while.
Pure will, Stacey. That's what I see when I watch Tasia Wright.
Yes. She's not going to be denied now.
Yeah, you see a young lady who is just going to do everything in her power to make sure her team wins this ball game today and gets to go to Columbia to play for the state championship.
They're pointing at the scoreboard, more scoreboard problems. Everybody on Denmark's side is saying they didn't give them a point. They say the basket before that, but they give them that free throw. They say they didn't give her the previous basket. Coaching staff, they gave the basket to Abbeville instead of them. That's what it looks like. They help from our producer there.
They're working on straightening that out at the scorer's table.
So it's 50-40. Should be a 10-point lead, I do believe. And now this thing is still a problem. Coach Patterson's frantically trying to get the officials. I think they still gave Abbeville points they weren't supposed to have, so there's still a problem.
Yeah, it's 50-38. Our graphic is correct. The score in the building reads 50-40.
They gave Abbeville 2 points, and then they gave the points back to Denmark, but they kept Abbeville with 2 points.
They still got to deduct 2 from Abbeville, which they have not done. And boy, the Denmark-Olar fans
livid
in back of the scorers table are giving the scorers table an earful.
The business. They're giving them the business. And they should.
Yeah, it's 50-38. Our graphic is correct.
Points are at a premium, and this is for a right to go to the Colonial Center for the championship. And they had to get a big round of applause for getting the score correct. We spent a lot of drama at the scorers table.
Yeah, there has been.
There's been more action there than on the floor at times.
And you can understand why the fans get upset when the score, if there's an error with the scorekeeping. You're right, this is not small potatoes, Stacy. This is a right to play for the state championship next weekend. And, if you play high school basketball, if you're a coach, if you're a fan, this is what you live for.
Exactly. Now they're checking the books. They're checking both score books right now. And I'm sure Abbeville's saying they think they have 40. This should never be a problem, though.
Yeah, and what they do is they check the 2 books, and they compare notes, and they'll figure it out. Each team keeps its own book.
It's 50-38.
Yeah, they got it right, 50-38. The PA announcer, Stan Knight, just made the announcement, and that elicits a cheer from the Denmark-Olar crowd. 50-38 is our score, and the score on the scoreboards in the building has been corrected. So that's the reason for the delay.
Well, nothing is going to be able to help Abbeville right now, but a little more hustle and keeping up the pace. But the Lady Vikings of Denmark-Olar have upped the ante. Emerson, and the intensity of this ball game on their end of the floor is at another level. Abbeville has to match that, or it's going to be a problem here in the next few minutes.
There's a follow for the Abbeville Panthers.
Good defense by number 10 there, Janisha Belcher.
So Abbeville has cut it to 9. See if they can score. Owens reaches up to take that ball out of the air. And now Gilchrist forced her way in, and they got her for an offensive foul.
Been waiting all day if somebody from Denmark-Olar is going to dare stand in the way of that power and speed from Gilchrist, and somebody stood there long enough to get the charge that time. 5:17 to play. It's a 9-point game, Emerson, but you got to think Abbeville's got to find a way to get back inside and take advantage of this height advantage they have in the post.
Travel call, and Coach Patterson winced in pain as she watched that travel. There's Stacey. I think with 5:07 to play in the ball game, you want to take your time. You can be deliberate on offense. You don't need to be in a rush. You don't want to turn the ball over.
Yeah, I thought Tasia Wright thought she saw an open path to the basket and just couldn't wait to get there. And her feet got a little ahead of her dribble that time.
Got a little excited, yeah. So the Denmark-Olar lead is 9. Tough shot, right wing, rimmed out. Owens there to clean it up for Abbeville.
That's a good rebound. That may be their best offense now. Get it on the backboards and get the rebound. They having more success there than they are running their plays.
Freeman out of control. Gilchrist takes it off the window. And now Abbeville with a 4-on-2. Gilchrist will put it up and knock it down on a low line drive. And an Abbeville run to cut the lead to 5 points.
Full timeout called by Coach Ashley Patterson. She has some words for her team. They have 2 bad possessions. I'm not sure what Christina Freeman was thinking on that shot, but Coach Patterson's about to get after him right now. Watch us pull up. Gilchrist pulls up, a little floater. Up and in. That's sparked the timeout. But just 2 bad possessions on this other end of the floor for Denmark-Olar. with a lead and a commanding lead with time running out, a trip to the title game on the line. You can't have a travel and just a three-pointer for no reason on your possession. You got to corral that and get back organized.
4:33 to play ball game. We have a final from Florence. Timminsville beat C.E. Murray 56-36.
They ran away and hid.
So the Whirlwinds from Timminsville High School awaiting the winner of our matchup here in Greenville.
The Whirlwinds?
The Whirlwinds.
That's a new, they changed that, right? I think their mascot used to be something else back in the day. I'll look that up. The Whirlwinds. Let's see, out of a timeout, let's see the adjustment now. Denmark-Olar has the ball. Let's see what Coach Patterson dialed up here, because you're going to get full court pressure from Abbeville now. Let's see what play they have. And I think Tasia Wright or Janaea Moore are the two people that probably should get the shot for Denmark-Olar.
Abbeville goes pressure. Nice screen right there by Daniels from Denmark-Olar. And that enables Moore to keep the dribble. Moore had one dance off. And now Gilchrist, front court for Abbeville. Line drive shot, no good. Rebounded, but taken away. Abbeville had it. Robinson had it taken away.
Jasmine Daniels, that was a big steal by Daniels that time. Big.
4 minutes remaining in the ball game. Tasia Wright and a foul on Owens. Stacy, she had some ball initially, but she brought that arm down, and that will get the foul.
Yeah, you bring the arm down right here. Take a look right here. You bring the arm down in high school, it's a whistle automatic. Watch your hands go up, and at the very end, come down across the arms. It's going to be whistled every time on the high school level, mainly even in the college level. It looks bad. Sometimes it can be all ball, but the hands come down, the offensive player gets the benefit of the doubt.
That was ball. Owens had hand on ball up top, but when she brought that arm down and made contact with the body, that's what drew the foul call. So here's Tasia Wright. Top scorer on this Denmark-Olar team, also a member of the volleyball team at Denmark-Olar. 13 points in the Denmark-Olar victory over Landrum in the last round for Wright, and she's been outstanding today. Shot off the side of the backboard by Martin from Abbeville.
Look ahead, put your head.
Denmark-Olar with Tasia Wright. Pass inside, deflected by Gilchrist, controlled by Freeman. Freeman thought about a shot, then turned to pass and moved that pivot foot. Another travel call.
She shuffled her feet a little bit, very imperceptible almost, but obviously wasn't imperceptible because the ref called it and it was a good call. Shuffled her feet just a little bit. She thought about the shot and just changed her mind. 6-point game, 2-possession game, 3 minutes to play.
And there's Irvin Bryson, the assistant coach from Abbeville. We mentioned he's very demonstrative, outspoken. He rallies the players. He talks to the officials, and Coach Jackson lets him do a lot of the work on the sideline, Stacey.
Well, it's got to be, sometimes you got a good cop, bad cop.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, he may be the bad cop. Somebody's got to get after him. And most coaching staffs have that one coach that's the bad cop.
Bad cop, nice fellow, though. I talked to him.
Yes, no doubt about it. But you have, for the instructional purposes, there's 2 ways to reach players.
That's right.
And sometimes you need both for different players.
That's part of the psychology of coaching.
It's like with parenting.
Somebody's got to give a hug and a pat on the back, and the other one's got to be the disciplinarian, and maybe that's what Coach Jackson and Coach Bryson do at Abbeville. Coach Bryson is an Abbeville graduate, and he's also an indoor football coach.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, he fits the bill, doesn't he?
Yes. And also favors the guy from the deodorant commercials with the puff power. Favors him a little bit, too. You don't know those commercials, though.
We've got 3:36 to play. Denmark-Olar leads by 5, and it's number 5, Janaea Moore.
Missing free throws now.
Foul line, and that's how you're going to keep Abbeville in it right
here,
Stacey.
That's what Abbeville needs right now. They need
the foul shots.
Yeah, that's the formula. 2 out of the last 4 they've missed.
Moore
missed 3 out of 5 free throws. Make a note there.
So Gilchrist pushes it up for Abbeville. She's been putting up that runner, Stacey. It's just been a tough shot to hit. She's not set. Abbeville keeps it alive, however. And the bank shot again rattles out on Alex Robinson. And now Coach Patterson off of the Denmark-Olar bench, exhorting her team to spread the floor and take a little time.
Could be good, could be bad. The thing is, offense, you can't get the 5-second count, can't travel, and you can't charge. Those are the 3 things you have to watch out when you hold the ball. Late
steal by Gilchrist. Right, you hit it on the head, Stacy. The pass was late. Daniels was open, but by the time Denmark-Olar found her, Gilchrist had come over to cut off the passing lane.
I thought Denmark-Olar had figured out in the first half that Gilchrist is going left. They're giving it to the left every time now. She's going to beat him to the punch and get to the foul line the rest of this ball game unless somebody takes that left hand from her. And she'll eventually start making free throws. Are they saying there's 5 fouls? Now's a discussion now whether there's 4 or 5 fouls on Christina Freeman. More controversy. Denmark-Olar sideline thinks there's 4. Scorers table has 5. So the senior Christina Freeman, number 3 for Denmark-Olar, is fouled out of the ball game. More action at the scorers table.
That's right. And there's been almost as much action at the scorers table this weekend in Greenville as there's been on the floor.
Exactly.
A lot of time spent by the officials and the coaches at the scorers table this weekend for the Upper State Championships. Coming up next weekend, Friday and Saturday night, the basketball weekend of champions here in the Palmetto State at the Colonial Life Arena in Columbia. 4A girls and boys matchups are already set. Dutch Fork and Orangeburg Wilkinson will play for the 4A girls state crown. Gaffney and Lexington, a marquee matchup in 4A boys. LJ Peak from Gaffney, Shaq Rowland from Lexington. That's going to be a good one in the nightcap next Friday at the CLA. And then we've got 6 more games for the championships next Saturday in Columbia. It's going to be a great weekend. You can watch the games here online on the South Carolina High School League Network. We will also have television coverage through Time Warner Cable, so check your local TV listings for next week's games.
Another missed free throw for Abbeville.
Gilchrist makes the second shot. 2:40 on the rolling game clock. And Denmark-Olar hanging on to this 4-point lead. And we've got an over and back call. Stacy, apparently Moore had it across the line, lost it into the backcourt, and was the first player to touch it. Abbeville's Janisha Belcher raced in, but Moore touched it first, hence the over and back.
Yes, played a solid game so far, but had 2 turnovers here recently. Tried to allow the young lady to touch it first, but she beat her to the ball, and now they punished for it by Quaisha Martin from a tough angle. And now we got a 2-point game, and here comes the Abbeville fans.
51-49, Denmark-Olar. And a good hustle play by Olivia Owens to deflect that ball out of bounds. The Vikings keep it here, Stacy. We've seen it happen over the years. Teams have a lead late in the fourth. They get complacent. They start to slow the pace down, and they get out of that attack mode, and it hurts them.
Yep, lose the rhythm, and a good timeout by Coach Ashley Patterson right here. No need to go home with timeouts. So you can use them to motivate your team. And I think, watch Tasia Wright. After the last timeout, we thought she'd get the ball. She did. After this timeout, guess who's going to get the ball? Tasia Wright will get the ball here. Sophomore, but the leading scorer of the team, and no doubt the leader of this ball club. I think you'll see her get the ball and make a power move, and they're going to win or lose with Tasia Wright the rest of the way. These 2 minutes.
2:16 to play. Denmark-Olar's largest lead was 10 points when it was 39-29. Abbeville has led by as many as 7.
Interesting call here in the out of bounds. Now sideline right in front of the Denmark-Olar bench. See what's Coach Ashley Patterson dialed up over there, but I do believe number 12 will somehow be featured on this play. There she is.
Good hustle play by
Wright lost the ball. They're going back to it right here.
Yeah, that was Wright on the floor, and then Owens came over to deny Wright that pass, and Owens knocked it out. So coming up on 2 minutes to play. Owens had it, and it ends up in the hands of Gilchrist. Here's Gilchrist going in with the left hand. The runner off the window would not go.
Over the back to be called on 24, Owens. Sloppy ball handling on this end of the floor from Denmark-Olar, but remember, they have a player that hasn't played much in the ball game in now for Christina Freeman. 15, Odessa Hudson, who's a senior also, but hadn't played much, inbounding that ball right there. And they're trying to get the ball to Tasia Wright, but just like I know they're going to Tasia Wright, Abbeville kind of knows it too. So you got to be very careful with your passes to her right now.
So here we go with Tasia Wright at the foul line. Good knee bend, but that shot came up short.
Might be a little fatigue kicking in right now.
Boy, it is crunch time right now. You think about the shot that Gilchrist had on the other end.
Yep.
Would have tied the ball game, and now Wright
Short
missing
again.
a pair for a chance to extend the Denmark-Olar lead. She's not able to do it, so here comes Abbeville. Gilchrist dribbled it off the big toe, and a travel call.
A lot of turnovers.
They got Denmark-Olar for the travel. The Denmark-Olar player lying on the ground or on the floor, a call for steps.
Going up right here.
Lob it into Owens. Yes, nothing but net.
That's beautiful. Denmark-Olar going to blame themselves. Missed free throws. And now it's a tie ball game.
And we are tied for the first time since 17 all. Our third tie of the ball game. With 1:36 to play. Abbeville's basketball. Martin's got it. Martin going to take it down the side of the lane and had it poked away. I believe it was Dickerson that got a piece.
We're at the foot of take a look at that lob in bounds right there to the 6'2 player. Goes up and in. Good job that time by Owens keeping the ball above her shoulders. A little emotion coming down the court right there, and that's a tie ball game, but that was a good call by the refs. Just that the ball went off the foot of a Abbeville player.
Drive by Wright, rejected on the inside by Owens. Numbers for Abbeville. This is Gilchrist. Gilchrist gives Abbeville the lead.
Good body control by Gilchrist. Good body control.
Abbeville by 2. Tasia Wright. And a foul on Denmark-Olar.
Watch the body control right here. She got herself under control. That was very big. Didn't travel. Didn't turn it over. Didn't kick it. That looked like a player of the year play right there by Kenyatta Gilchrist. 107 to play. 2-point lead for Abbeville. Now free throws. Both teams have shot them not so well. So there's a lot of basketball to play. We don't know who's going to finally make some free throws for either team to put this thing away.
Abbeville is really regrouped here, Stacey. You think about the timeout they got when they were winded deep in the third quarter. And since that timeout is when they started to put their game back together, and they have scrapped and clawed and made the most of this opportunity. It looked like they were down and out with about 4 minutes left.
Like there was standing 8 count in order, but a lot of stoppages in play. We've had controversy. We had clock problems. We've had foul problems. That has all helped Abbeville. They were not in superior shape coming here to Denmark-Olar. Denmark-Olar is a more athletic team. But all this has helped Abbeville. You take a look at them right now. They're coaching hard. You see Coach Bryson over there. He's working hard. I compared him to Terry Crews from the right guard commercials, but that's the guy right there. He's the bad cop. He's firing that team up over there. The Abbeville fans are going wild behind him. That's Denmark-Olar's sideline over there. No doubt about it who the leader is there. That's Coach Ashley Patterson. But she has not gotten the offensive set she wanted in the latter part of the game. They've kicked the ball, they've turned it over, they've had bad shots, and they've missed free throws. And they've allowed Abbeville to get off the mat. And here we are with 107 to play, but it's far from over, Emerson. Far from over. I got a feeling we might get extra basketball right here. Yeah, might get a little extras.
Foul shots coming up for Abbeville here, Stacey, and big free throws right here for number 11, Alex Robinson, the 11th Raider.
Tired. That's a tired free throw shot right there. Tired legs. We've seen them on the other end. They're getting short. So Tasia Wright, short arm, 2 free throws here. These girls are tired. They've run up and down. It's been a very frenetic pace.
Trying to make it a 3-point game.
Short again.
And a nice rebound there by Odessa Hudson from Denmark-Olar. A steal by Gilchrist. And Gilchrist wisely slows it down. See if Abbeville gets it. Oh, there's an over and back call. Abbeville, Martin dribbling it off her toe thanks to the aggressive defense from Taisha Wright. And we have another over and back call. So it's 53-51 Abbeville as we get a look at Coach Jackson and Coach Bryson for the Panthers.
Taisha Wright, one-on-one right here.
2 to tie, a 3 for the lead. Taisha Wright rejected by Owens.
That's why you gotta go to your left hand on the left side of the rim. She brought the ball back into the defender, Emerson, and got it blocked. She has a left hand right there. She draws a foul and has a chance for an and one.
Wow, maybe the defensive play of the year for Abbeville.
Well, she puts the ball right back into the shot blocker. If you have a left hand there, you have a chance to shield the ball with your body.
With a left-handed shot.
With a left-handed shot, and she brought it back into the face of Owens. Owens has no choice but to block that, and then she got control of the ball, which is even bigger than the block. She maintained possession. Possession is more than 9/10 of the law right now. Possession could be a trip to the state championship game right here.
Owens had a triple-double this year. Stacy, she's 10 points a game, double-digit rebounder, and obviously a shot blocker at 6 feet 2 inches tall.
Yes, sir.
And none of the blocks that she's had this year any bigger than the one she just had on Taisha Wright to preserve this 2-point Abbeville lead with 39 seconds remaining. At the Florence Civic Center today, the 1A girls lower state championship has already been decided. Timminsville, a 56-36 winner over C.E. Murray, and the Whirlwinds from Timminsville awaiting the winner of our matchup here in Greenville to find out who their opponent will be in the 1A girls championship matchup next Saturday in Columbia.
Denmark-Olar can pick anyone they want on Abbeville's team to foul. There's no guaranteed free throw shooters in this ball game. So you start hacking right here and you may just get the ball back.
So here's Gilchrist to inbound, looking for help. Lob it up high for Owens. That's a smart play. Oh, and the handoff to Martin, and Martin's toe was on the line.
Foot was on the line. They're a little jittery. Their pressure bothers them. And again, their primary ball handler is a freshman. 35 seconds to play. Denmark gets to shoot the ball here for extras. Emerson, you have a late lunch today, buddy.
Boy, what a critical turnover. Stepping on the sideline.
Without a chance. I thought they'd get a chance to make free throws to ice the game, and instead you give the ball right back to Denmark-Olar. Now, Taisha Wright has struggled here offensively the last few minutes, but you know, how long is that going to last? She's been getting one-on-one defense, and eventually she's going to beat that for a basket. You got to come up with some other defensive strategy here, and you want to take the ball out of the hands of Janea Moore also, if you're Abbeville. There's a nice look there at the Bilo Center from above. 12:30 here, and 35 seconds left to play in the ballgame. This is huge, huge possession here for the Lady Vikings.
Good look at this crowd here at the Bilo Center. It turned out for 1A girls. A lot of folks here for the matchup that will follow this one. The 1A boys upper state title game between Great Falls and Landrum. There's a steal by Gilchrist. And it's off of Denmark-Olar, out of bounds. I thought we had a foul call, but it's just out of bounds. Off of Denmark-Olar. 26 seconds to play for Coach Ashley Patterson from Denmark-Olar.
She's yelling at her team, and she's right. They got to help out Kanisha Dickerson right there. They didn't help her out. They left her hanging over there. Nobody came to the ball. And she's screaming at her team and said, you got to help her out right there. So now we get the chance to have some free throws probably, if they can inbound the ball.
Gilchrist lobs it into Owens. And quickly back to Gilchrist to allow her to push it up.
Why you don't foul Gilchrist right here, I'm not sure.
Now Abbeville with Tiara Johnson off to Martin, and Martin is fouled.
Again, there are no automatic free throws in this ball game. A freshman, a 9th grader, Quaisha Martin. Her name is K7 Quaisha. Been the primary ball handler, played fairly well this ball game, especially for a 9th grader.
Big foul shot by Martin.
String music.
Just a 9th grader. And this to make it a 2-possession ball game. Back iron and the rebound by Moore. Moore weaving through traffic across the timeline. Moore gave it up, gets it back, and Denmark-Olar is going to run out of time. There's your ball game. That is your ball game. Denmark-Olar unable to get a shot off before the horn, and the Abbeville Panthers are your winners for the Upper State Championship here in 2012. Abbeville will take on Timminsville for the 1A Girls Championship.
And tears on the other side of the court for the Denmark-Olar Lady Vikings. Thought they had the game in hand.
Stacy, the Abbeville football team has won the last 2 state championships in Columbia. Now the Abbeville girls basketball team headed to Columbia to play at the Colonial Life Arena next Saturday.
It'll be a good one.
That's going to wrap it up here at the By Center. Abbeville defeats Denmark-Olar 54-51. And we'd like to send along our thanks to everybody with the South Carolina High School League and the SCHSL Network. My partner is Stacy Huff, and my name is Emerson Phillips. So long from the By Center.